Attention guys, this episode there are some major FNAF movie spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, then you will know about the movie in this episode. So watch it if you like, but please proceed with caution.
Hey, it's me. Do you remember? But it's like just creepy as
That
because it's like
sounds terrible. If Will
but
and
that's
Fleddy
he
came up
even
to me and was like, "Hey, I'm your sibling." No, you're not. Go and get some
exactly. And in
smudge.
the
Please
movie
leave.
too. So, guys, guess what? If you saw last episode, and this episode should be out the week after the week, we
2 weeks.
have watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. 2 weeks. But yeah, so we have watched it, and we are going to be sharing our reviews today. So, hi, it's episode 4 of the Fan and Focus podcast. I'm Aiden, and I am with my cousin Josh here.
Hi.
And yeah, so we are going to be sharing our opinions today.
Yep.
Opinions and diving into the movie and how it went.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna start by saying it was great. Like for I don't watch many horror movies, but like that one, it was pretty good for what they were able to do because obviously the film was only PG-13 and that's fine, right? But what's it called? They obviously couldn't show a lot. So I really liked the fact that they still managed to make the movie somewhat decent. And like you were saying too at one point, how if the movie is good without like blood or violence and can still be scary, then it's a pretty good movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really liked it. Josh?
Yeah. I'm gonna start off by saying that Aiden jumped at every single Balloon Boy scene, which is like, I don't know. To me, it was obvious. I've gotten like I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a huge scary movie expert. I'm definitely not. I only started watching them when I was 21, but I do watch a lot of it, so I was prepared for those balloon scare jump boys just because of just the way they set it up. But the funny thing about Aiden jumping at them is he told me afterwards, he was like, I knew every single time it was coming, and I don't know why, but it still made me jump. Which I found hilarious. I love Balloon Boy. It was really great. But yeah, as a person who's not a huge fan of FNAF and don't know the lore at all, I still thought it was an amazing movie. I thought it was hilarious. It was really good. Um, and I was telling Aiden this before. Even if I'm pretty sure at this point, actually, Matt has confirmed that there's going to be more movies. But I told Aiden after we watched the movie, I was like, even if they don't get a sequel, by itself, it's a good movie, and they set it up to have a sequel if they are able to. So I really hope that those confirmations that I've heard on the internet recently that they do have a second movie coming are true, though, because I want to see more of it because I really enjoyed it, and that's just me coming as like a non-FNAF fan. It was really fun. There was in our previous episode I was
Yeah.
talking about how I want to see about more about the victims because we want to have Five Nights at Freddy's and the storyline that it portrays if there were no victims. So I want to see more of the children, and I got that. It didn't come in the direction that I thought it would, but it was there.
Yeah.
How did you feel about those scenes? Because I've been seeing videos about it on the internet, and people are just like whacking it, but at the same time they enjoy it. But they're whacking it. They're like, man, this is what I expected from Five Nights at Freddy's, and they show like a jump scare from the games, and then this is what they got, and they show Bonnie falling down. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious enough, there's gonna
Oh
be
my God,
spoilers
yeah.
in this episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, probably from this point onward, we've kind of been vague, but probably from this point onward, it's really gonna be specific.
Yeah, there's
So,
gonna be a lot of very specific breakdowns of what's seen in the movies. So if you haven't watched it yet, don't watch this episode. uh, but
but
yeah,
yeah,
I didn't expect to see what they gave of the children, but I enjoyed what it was.
Yeah, it was pretty well like based. I found some of the scenes were a bit like like not like touchy, but like a bit going the other direction. Like
Mhm.
obviously the one scene where they're all making the fort, they're not always that calm, I guess I would say from what I know. They can be, but like not that calm in my opinion. But yeah, it's
I,
funny. I saw the video you
I
sent me.
feel
It was
like,
like,
yeah. I feel like it was very, they presented themselves, um, like with the, and I've seen this in other movies where the supernatural and ghosts are involved. They show them in a kind of constant frenzied state because that's exactly what they're in. They're stuck in this state, which is why they're stuck in this world and not passing on to the next world because of the way that they were viciously got their life taken away. And you're right, they kind of they peeled back a lot of that deeply traumatic stuff, which is why they're here possessing animatronics. They peeled that back a little bit and was like, these are children and they want to make a foot. Which is adorable because yeah, they're children. That of course they want to do that. But I agree with you. They were a lot more calm than I thought they would be.
yeah. So the animatronics, right?
Yeah.
They're a lot more calm in this movie or whatever, right? But in the books and the other like games, I guess, the games, yeah, like have to be portrayed obviously to kill you because that's how they made their game, like because there wouldn't be a game unless
Yeah.
it wasn't, you know.
Yeah. It
But
definitely wouldn't be the type of genre that it
in
is unless you were getting killed.
yeah, exactly. But they were a lot more like nice towards Abby, obviously,
Mhm.
than they were Mike because all that they remember because I forget when exactly it was, but these kids were like probably under the age of I want to say 9.
Yeah,
So all that they remember is like adults are bad and children were my friends and stuff
exactly.
like that. So they're still kids. They haven't like moved on. They say that specifically in the books, like how they're just souls trying to move on.
Mhm.
And yeah, so there's still children inside.
Yeah,
Literally. But
literally, they are children. They're stuck as children until they move on.
yeah. But another thing I want to touch up on too, the one scene where Chica went like demon mode, like how they usually are in the games. That animatronic that they were trying to put Abby in, I've never seen before,
Oh
like
yeah, that
at
weird
all.
like puppet
Like,
girl, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that weird baby thing. And I'll have to rewatch the game theory video, but what's it called? That is like not from the game at all. It only slightly resembles one of the people from Sister Location,
Mhm.
but it all that resembles is like the face. So it was really weird because it was also a Springlock suit and not like a regular suit
Mhm.
or like the suit from Sister Location. It was just like built differently.
Okay.
So I'd love to see if they were maybe explain a little more in the next movie on that because obviously it had some importance because I think it was in other scenes after that as well.
Yeah, they showed
Yeah,
it like a surprisingly a lot of times, even before the
yeah.
scene when Chico was trying to dump Abby into it.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'm not familiar with the material, so I didn't know that it wasn't in the games at all, or any of the other
Yeah.
impacts. So that's probably a nice touch that the movie writers brought. That they're gonna make it completely their own, kind of, and put their own type of spin on the
Yeah.
original storyline. Kind of like how you were telling me how Vanessa is a security guard in, I think you said the
Hmm.
third game. So you were very confused when
Yeah,
you saw
like the
Vanessa
newer
there.
games, yeah.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be a security guard in the newer games, but then she's there as a police officer. And then, of course, the huge twist at the end where she ends up being the daughter, and you're like, that doesn't make sense. Vanessa's not the daughter. um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of like that they're doing that because it keeps fans like you on their toes and guessing and trying to theorize it. But it also gives the movie its own flair. And like as much as I love adaptations, and as much as I'm literally one of those people who are like, this is what actually happens in the book. I literally do that sometimes because I have to point out the differences. I'm not trying to be in your face about it. I need to point out the differences or it's gonna bug me. But as
Yeah.
much as I'm one of those people, I do like to see it when people put those little spins in adaptations because it's doing something new. Um, as long as it's not too drastic. If it was too drastic, I think it would just annoy me. Like if they make it that the victims were adults instead of kids, that would be way too drastic, and it would piss me
Yeah,
off.
that.
You know, like a drastic changes like that, that's messed up. But small changes, subtle changes like this, and it actually enhances the storyline. Like Vanessa had to shoot her father. Like that's enhancing the storyline, and it's just adding a whole other element to it. And to be honest, she was like so brainwashed and abused and victimized that I didn't think she was gonna actually step up in the end the way that she did. So it was really cool to see her step up like
Yeah.
that.
But like I said, the newer games, it was Vanessa. It
Mhm.
was really weird how like Vanessa was his daughter because there's so many loose ends,
Yeah,
but somehow the foundation is still straight that someone who doesn't know the game as well still understands the movie. But
yeah,
for like all the like the fans who read the books and stuff, they're all like, "What is this? How does this make sense?" Like, but it still works, and it's like you said, they can still just end the franchise right there, like for the movies anyway, and
yeah,
like or they could make a sequel because it starts how it's supposed to. It like and it's a bit iffy in the middle, but it still ends how it's supposed to.
yeah. It worked off. It just worked by itself very nicely. I think they did. I think they did pretty good with it. I enjoyed it. And then I don't know if anyone else experienced this in their theaters, but in our theater that Aiden and I went to, everyone was clapping. Like you remember that? Everyone started clapping at the end.
Yeah.
It's very rare for a movie to be that good where everyone's clapping. So as
Yeah.
it's which is super weird because I'm still, like I told you, I'm still seeing on the internet people giving it hate, especially the Springlock scene. The amount of videos I've seen of
Okay.
everyone hating this Springlock scene, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I need you guys to remind yourselves that even though we didn't want it, it was rated PG-13. Okay? They're not gonna show Matt Lillard getting decapitated. Okay? I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
um, but yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna become a classic. It's gonna be one of those movies that everyone like screams at and watches every Halloween or something like that.
Yeah, like it was so like I don't want to say like cringe, but it was so far off from what it actually was. Like it still had the idea there and stuff, but like
Yeah,
it was good. You had the idea, and at least it still ended well, I guess. But I mean,
yeah.
you know, and I think I remember two scenes. I know one scene for sure where everyone was clapping was when
I
he said
always
his
come
famous
back.
line, "I always come back." Yeah,
Yeah,
because he says that in
just
like
like,
every single time he's like, and
I don't know why,
then I
but the
think
way he says it reminds me of freaking Terminator. Did you watch that series? You watched the
no,
series? No,
I've
you
heard of
haven't
it.
watched the
I've heard
series?
of it.
Oh, I gotta force you to watch the Terminator series. That's like Terminator 2 is one of the only movies that my dad has ever cried at. Um, it's emotional, even though it's not at the same time because it's about a freaking robot. But anyway, He always says, "I'll be back," and I don't know why that line always reminds me of it. I always come back. That
Yeah.
was literally my first thought in the theater. I was just like, "Huh, Terminator." uh,
Every supervillain has a phrase that they just say.
exactly. uh,
But yeah, and then I think there might have been one other scene where they clapped or where everyone was at least like saying stuff about it. Uh, Matt had made a video about how he wasn't in the movie, and then the one scene where they're at Sparky's
and then he
and he
was
was
in the
the
movie.
waiter. Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
was in the movie.
yeah,
And it was hilarious. Everyone after that was like, "No way!" And yeah, I said that last episode too, where it was like, or no, I might have not said it last episode, but how it seemed very fake his video,
yeah.
but it was still like
And then it's
the
proven
the
that it was
clip
fake.
from the clip from the stream. It was like him almost crying, and it was like emotional. So everyone was like, "Okay, this has got to be." Like, oh my gosh, how he does everything, does all the theories, it wouldn't be what it is without him, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, but when you really think about it though, because no one would be as interested in, like, really playing the games to find out this stuff if it wasn't for him,
Hmm.
you know? Because, I mean, I know a few people who do it, but not as good as him. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's that too. And, yeah, so.
Those are the two scenes you remember the most. It's just
Yeah.
I always come back, and then the cameo. One of the scenes I remember the most
Oh,
is
and
oh, you remember another one? Okay.
well, okay. You go first because it'll just be
Okay.
like a different discussion.
Okay. You wouldn't have understood it because you didn't watch Scream. You know Matt Lillard is in Scream, right? Like he was
Yeah.
the Scream in the movies. Okay, in Scream.
Oh, okay.
In Scream, he does that move, and I wish I had one here, but I don't. We're just gonna pretend that my phone is one. He has the knife. He goes like that in Scream. And he did the exact same thing in
Yeah.
FNAF Movie. And I was sitting in theater and I was just like, ooh. Which is funny because I did not
Yeah.
finish that franchise. I think I watched the first movie and that's it. I can't even say I'm a Scream fan.
There's like 6 now.
There's a bunch. There's too much. Okay, all the classic horror movies, there's too much. I need you to stop. But at the same time, when I watch the new movies, like completely new, well, not completely new ideas because everything's a remix, but some of the new ideas, and I compare them to the old movies, and I'm just like, this is not that great. So I understand why they keep making more movies of the same exact franchise over and over and over and over again. Like this year alone, there was a friggin' The Exorcist. There was another Nun movie. There was Evil Dead Rises. I think it's Evil Dead Rises. And then there was a fourth one that I can't recall at the moment. But all four of these movies was either a continuation or a remake from an older movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. But yeah, that's one of the scenes I remember. It's just shh because I immediately thought Scream. He did the thing. I love
Yeah.
it. And then I remember when Abby is hiding from Foxy, the transition of the little ghost boy Foxy stepping back and then Foxy
Oh,
stepping
yeah,
forward.
yeah.
I was like, coolest transition I've ever seen. It's such a simple concept. They didn't even really have to do much to have it happen, but it just looked so cool. I was like, that's awesome. That's one of the scenes that's very clear in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the second scene is when Abby hid. I know she's a child, and she was, about to be killed from people she thought were her friends. That being said, when she hid in the ball pit, I was thinking, if you're gonna hide in the ball pit, you have to put yourself flat. And the way they filmed it, it made it look like she was just kind of crouched in the ball pit. Like if you put yourself flat, if you put yourself completely flat, you lessen the chance of Foxy being able to see you and lessen the chance of him being able to reach down and grab you. But I also don't know how deep that ball pit is. But then my second
Yeah.
thought of that was there was a slide right there, right beside the ball pit. should have went into the slide and climbed in and went to the middle of it because it's tiny and Foxy's not going to be able to go in there. And he already suspects that you're in the ball pit because he hears it whistling. What's the chances of him thinking if she's not in the ball pit, she's in the slide? What's the chances? There are no chances. Go in the slide. Anyway, that's just some things I thought of during those particular scenes.
Yeah, I think from one of the Fazbear Fright books, the reason that they did the ball pit thing, there's one of the books that has specific lore about someone going into a ball pit. I haven't read that book yet, but I think that's why they did it, because the ball pit has like some sort of special meaning to the games, and I
Okay.
don't know what it is yet. I know it's just linked with like Springtrap and stuff like that. But yeah, so that brings me to two discussion topics.
Okay.
Hold on. The suit that Springtrap is in,
Yeah.
it's like what it's not new,
No,
but
it's
it's like it
wrecked.
has like weird like black spots. But it's like only it seems to be only like on one side, and I was just like very confused by it. I was like, what?
Yeah. There was
So
a
I don't
you don't what? I don't know why I'm putting
I
my
don't know
ear
what
here like
it
I
is.
can't hear you. I have headphones on. Christ. Anyway, sorry. You don't know what it is? What was the second thing you were gonna say?
Um, when Withered Freddy came into Abby's house, the ant there, did the ant die or did the ant
Yes.
get knocked out?
See, that's like
Everyone,
and they're talking about. Did I send you the videos about this? Because they are talking about this. A lot of people are talking about this. You're not the only one who has these questions. What one guy's video that I was watching was saying how he pointed out the same thing about not the Withered Freddy. He pointed out the same thing about Springtrap that you did, and he was like, "I need to know the story behind this suit. I don't know why this happened to this suit, and I want to know why it looks like that." So he's asking the same questions,
yeah,
and everyone's asking the same questions about the ant because, as much as I'm rooting for Mike to keep Abby, because why separate siblings if you don't have to? He really does not need what he needs to be able to care for a child. And if his aunt winds up dead at his house on top of that, it's not going to look great for him. It's not going to be a good situation. It's going to be
yeah,
pretty bad.
because yeah, like it found dead in his house, and it's like, yeah,
Exactly. Like how it's
so
just it's not going to look good for him, especially when they had the whole arguments and stuff happening before that. I mean, to be fair, I don't really care if the aunt dies, but because she's just a terrible person. But like, it just would not look good for Mike, and it would just mess everything up for Abby. And that's another
yeah,
thing. I I I know it was just to like enforce the storyline better, but them having Abby involved was very surprising to me. Because you usually just, I don't know, from what I know of the games, you don't really know anything about the security guards that get hired at this place. They're just kind of just there to get killed. um, so it was cool that they brought Abby in because they needed that connection with the ghost somehow, and it wasn't going to happen with just Mike. It had to happen with a child
yeah.
because it's like you said, they know that adults are bad because something bad happened to them from an adult, and they know that children are good.
Like, yeah, that's another thing too, because how they did it in the games, they do different in the movie. The actual security guard is William's son,
Yeah.
and William's other son is Golden Freddy, is Withered Freddy.
Yeah.
So that's how they make the thing, because in the entire game, it's Golden Freddy trying to convince the security guard, which is his brother, that's like, hey, it's me. Do you remember? But it's like just creepy as
That
because it's
sounds
like
terrible. If Withered
but
Freddy
that's
came up
I
to me and
even
was like, "Hey, I'm your sibling," no, you're not. Go and get some
exactly.
smudge.
And in
Please
the
leave.
movie too, for one scene, I think right at the beginning, on a dusty mirror, "It's me"
It
is
says "It's
written.
me." Yeah, it kept showing up too,
Yeah,
and I was just like, I need to ask Aiden about this because I have no idea what this means.
Yeah. It's me. That's Golden Freddy telling Mike that it's me, your brother. But yeah,
Damn.
obviously he couldn't write the entire thing to keep people on their toes.
Yeah, makes sense. So it could still end up being Garrett then. Which is what I was
Yeah,
thinking this. I phoned you when I was driving home, and I was like, "Hey, I need to tell you this now because
yeah,
I can't wait." Pretty sure that's Garrett. But again,
yeah.
I was making this
I'm 100% sure.
conclusion knowing nothing about the lore.
Mhm.
So maybe they're just
That's pretty good though.
twisting some of the connections around a little bit. So instead of having William Afton's son, his two sons, and then one of them being the security guard, one of them being Weather Freddy, they're going to have it so that we connect more with Mike and who he is by having Mike being the security guard, and then Withered Freddy ended up being Garrett and all that stuff. Like, just any more
Mhm.
connections to make us root for Mike and Abby more. Because I feel like if we had a security guard and we find out the security guard is William Afton's son, immediately everyone would be like, "What the hell? Why?" I don't know how
I
people would
think I
react to
think
that.
I
But that brings up another question. Do you think they're gonna introduce his sons at all? Because they introduced his daughter, except it just wasn't
probably
his daughter, it was Vanessa instead.
yeah, yeah. I honestly don't know because I think I remember the video now. The way that uh Game Theory explained it is that because since the actual security guard in the games is William's son,
Mhm.
uh the movie, his little sister, it would make sense that they're connected to the spirits because um it just they're linked, then their dad is the one who killed them and like stuff like that. So I think that's what he touched on, how the sister might represent, like Mike's sister might represent William's actual canonical daughter in the games,
Okay.
from what I remember.
Yeah.
But because like I said, that one animatronic that Abby was being put into looks like the one that his actual daughter in the games was put into. So
Uh,
so it could be linked like that. But other than that, I'm not sure because, like I said, how you said Garrett could be Golden Freddy.
yeah.
It probably is the case because It's Me is already in the movie.
Mhm.
But like, and there's two people in Golden Freddy, and it could be Garrett and um the
The,
other guy,
the little
Cassie.
blonde boy.
But I don't know if he's gonna be. Yeah,
Or they'll introduce another
yeah.
dead child and it'll be that one instead. Little blonde boy, by the way, just want to shout out to him. He did really freaking good. I mean, all the kids did great,
Yeah.
obviously. I found out the little girl that plays Chica, she actually won an award. Don't remember at all what movie she filmed in, but she filmed in some sort of movie and she won an award for that. So that little actress is
Huh.
already an award winner. Good for her. And the little boy, the little blonde boy that you saw most of the time, he actually plays young Luke Skywalker in the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney TV series, which
I
is
was
like,
gonna say.
dude, you're Luke Skywalker and your little ghost boy, like, his career is set. He doesn't even have to keep
I was gonna
going. He
say.
could just
I'm
stop.
sure I've recognized him.
Yeah. uh, I just hope
But
Hollywood doesn't ruin him like they always ruin
that's
all their children. uh, but yeah, he's little Luke Skywalker. I didn't make the connection until I looked it up on IBNB. It was great. Right.
yeah. That's something too. I think like because the blonde guy, right? I was pretty sure was Foxy, like the way they made it. But why Foxy of all people seems to be like the leader and the one who talks the
What?
most?
No, 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 no.
That I couldn't wrap my head around.
No, Foxy's the little wet-headed boy. He has the hook.
Well, then why did I know? But why did the blonde guy back up and then Foxy come out?
No, that was the little wet-headed boy.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
might be then.
yeah. Trust me, I saw it twice. It was
Okay.
yeah. The
Yeah.
little web-headed boy was standing there, you know, just doing his thing, and then the really awesome transition happened. It was him. It was him. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
when I watched it the second time, I was like, I was analyzing this because I wanted to reconfirm what I thought in my head, and my thought process through it was like Abby can see them as their little ghost forms as is, um, and then everyone else can see them when they're in animatronics. So obviously they don't actually know what the kids look like because they're in the animatronics. Um, and the little ghost form disappears when they're possessing the animatronic. Like when the kid that possesses Freddy is luring Max to her death, where she gets eaten in
Mm-hmm.
half. When she lures him to her death, he like once she gets into the room where the animatronics are, you can't see the little boy anymore. Yes, you do see his hand coming out, but you actually can't see him. So I'm like, okay, I think when they're actually possessing the animatronics, you can't really see them. But when Withered Freddy goes to pick up Abby, you can see the little boy. So someone else is possessing Withered Freddy, and at least that's what I'm picturing in my head. Um, but yeah, trust me,
Yeah.
the little red-headed boy, he's the one that's standing in that scene, and then Foxy comes out. The little blonde boy, don't know when he possessed anything at any point. Have no idea. I couldn't tell. I could not tell for the life of
See,
me.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know, there was five spirits, right?
Yes.
So four for the main four.
Yeah.
And okay, no wait. Now that you say it, now that I'm thinking of it, okay, that we might have our answer. None of the five spirits were Garrett, right?
No. None of them were him.
Like
Because Mike would
so,
have
what
recognized him
I'm thinking
immediately.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, Golden Freddy, one eye is Garrett, and the other is Cassidy, and Cassidy could be one of the five
Yeah.
spirits that were
Well, already
which and
present.
Cassidy is probably the blonde guy.
Yeah, I would assume Cassidy's
Because
a little blonde
Cassidy's
kid, but I'm
strongest,
guessing anyway.
which would also make sense because Blue Eye is
Innocent.
nicer than Cassidy because Cassidy's the vengeful spirit. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Which would make sense why you're spending time with Abby because they have that connection
Siblings.
and because they're literally brother and sister.
Yeah, they're literally
Exactly.
siblings. He wasn't alive when she came alive, but they're literally siblings. The bond is still there.
Mhm.
The bond is still there. I say as like
Now that I think of it, that makes so much more sense. Because the reason it was only one eye that was glowing is because the other side is Cassidy.
and he didn't want to
That's
possess him for some reason, which is weird. I don't know. Maybe they thought it would be like, I mean, Abby did not give a single crap about any of the animatronics, which is creepy to me. Okay, if I was a child, I don't care. It's gonna be creepy to me. Bye. She didn't give a single crap about the animatronics, but it would make sense if when they're trying to lure her to come back to the, which they didn't even really need to lure her that much because she wanted to go back, but when they brought her back to it, Cassidy probably thought, if he is Cassidy, he probably thought, okay, let's have a friendly face that you can see, and then let's have the animatronic that's gonna come around, just in case. I don't know. It's a whole thing. There's so many theories that can come out of it just from the little bit that we've seen. It's a lot. It's a lot. Man, I had another thought there that I wanted to touch on, but I forget. It went away. I don't remember what it is now. Oh well, another day. Another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've gone over our time limit, but I still want to open Pokemon cards.
Well, same. This will be probably like 40-minute-ish episode.
That's
that's the review. Now we have Pokemon.
Yeah, I got some.
So
I got 4 packs too.
I got the binder one and from 151 because when I tried to pre-order the premium thing, guys, it was sold out. Like the big one with like the mat and like I forget how many packs are in there.
18.
But it was sold out and I was so mad. So I was like, this is the only thing that I saw, and I was like, I'll get that. That way, at least I can have something.
I
other than just packs.
I actually did get the premium pack. I managed to find it. And those are the packages I'm opening. I don't open them all at once. I try to keep it extended as long as possible because Pokemon cards are expensive, and I don't want to have to go and buy a new pack every single time I crave opening a pack.
Exactly.
So yeah, I haven't opened all my packs yet. I think this will be 6 packs that I've opened yet. But yeah, that premium one that you're talking about, it has 18 packs in it. And then the golden,
Oh, okay.
then the golden Mew, and then a Dark Mewtwo, and then I forget what the other one is. I'll have to look at it. It's fancy.
And it's like $100, I think.
God no, it's too much money. It's more than that. Trust me, it's more than that. Go up. It's below 200, but it's over 100. And I kind of got sad when I bought it because I was like, I kind of regret life choices, but at the same time, it's so nice. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And I really love Pokemon cards. I ended up getting a Venusaur EX from it, actually. My brother's still trying to buy it off of me, and I said no. Anyway, Pokemon.
Okay. I'm gonna open this one first.
Everything went wrong. I might need to get a scissor.
What do you mean?
Oh, there we go. It just, you know how you can split it down the middle to open it? The first time I tried it, it just wasn't working. I get rid of the code card. 1 to the front. Fighting energy. It's upside down, don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, it's 1 to the front now.
It's
I've
1 to the front, yeah.
I forgot about that. I watched a new unboxing video on Pokemon cards, and I was like, and he's like, wait, how many is it again? 4? And he's like, well, definitely not 4.
Yeah. Just ruined it for him, like. I had to, when I got the new set, I had to Google how they were doing it. Because I had no idea that they changed it.
Yeah. I got like 3. Here, I got 1 reverse holo.
I can't see it.
Geodude. I know. Oh yeah, because I'm showing it to the other camera.
Put your head out of the way and then let me see it. Oh, I see it. Reverse Geodude. Got it. Love it.
And then I got reverse Tauros. So I'm just gonna show it to this one.
Nice.
I'm gonna show it to this one.
Nice.
And then I got a holo Mewtwo.
I don't have that guy yet. That's awesome. I got, oh crap, my desktop is shining it. That's okay. Oh, I got a Nyko. Okay, reverse holo Beedrill. Camera.
Nice.
You can kind of see it. And then I just got the holo Gengar.
Ooh.
What a cutie.
I don't
love
think...
Gengar.
I only have like a few Gengars, and they're like a really cool Pokemon.
I love Gengar. I mean, I'm more of a fan of Ghastly. I don't know why I like the look of it better. But I do like Gengar. It's cool. Okay.
It's usually too like
I got
Pikachu usually gets obviously
fancy energy. Oh, what? Sorry. I got excited.
Pikachu who gets like no, it's alright, but like because Pikachu's like the main guy in this series, right? But also gets like characterized the most. Oh yeah.
See, it's a fancy energy.
But like I'd say second is like Gengar.
Gengar.
Because I'm sure there's some like Gengar merch or hats.
There's so
or
much
something.
more Gengar merch. I've seen a lot of Gengar merch. Like they you know how they came out with Pokemon Squashmallows? The first 2 that they ever made was Pikachu and Gengar. And then I think they came with Snorlax, Togepi. I've seen Piplup now. I think that's it. I don't know if they have anything else. But they have a Gengar onesie. I want one. I really want a Gengar onesie. I don't know why. They look comfortable and it looks awesome. Okay, I need to try and keep these in separate piles because I'm not going to organize them today. Machamp.
Oh, yo!
You're just gonna with these. I'm seeing all your pulls and I'm gonna be like, A and Y.
Okay, look, I'm gonna wait. I got a full art Charmander.
No. Dude.
That's sick.
I want it so
It's just
badly.
like I think it's just like the the Mew, because there's like wait, there's three Mews you said, or
I
in the
can't
premium
remember.
pack. I think one of them's full art, right?
Oh, the Mew in the premium pack that you get, the little what do they call them? Promotion cards. That's in the premium pack. It's
Hmm.
like it's golden, and it's like metal. It's not a card. It's like a metal gold.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember someone
yeah.
unboxed that.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's got decent weight to it for a card for a playing card. It's got
yeah.
decent weight to it because it's literally a metal gold card. It's really fancy. I can't pull it out now because it's put away. But at some point I'll pull it out and I'll show it to you.
Yeah, I saw the guy opening that, and he's like, "Well, what do I do with this? Can't I do? It seems wrong to sleeve it, but it seems wrong to just leave it like that."
It
And it's
does.
like,
I literally have mine still in the box that it came in because I don't know what to do with it either. Like I'm so lost. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to pull it out. I don't want to sleeve it. I just it's too nice looking. It's a struggle.
I got a hollow
I'm gonna put these away.
Arcatuno.
Nice. Wait, is this still just your second pack?
Yep.
Okay. Thought I was falling behind for a second. My second pack gave a hollow Machamp and then Wovo's hollow. I forget what my Wovo's hollows are. Shaldor and Pikachu. Nice. I think that's the first
Nice.
Pikachu I got from the 151.
Ooh, I got one of those. Got one of those cool energies.
Oh, the fancy energies?
Yeah.
Yeah! I know they're so simple and they're not even worth anything, but I just like the look of them.
I know they're not even rare anymore. They
No,
used
they're
to
not
be
even
so
rare.
rare.
But they look cool.
Magmar. That reminds me. Does
The
anyone still play Pokemon
little
Go?
face. Honestly, I don't. I jump on it like once in a blue moon, and it's because one of my friends who still plays it, they will message me and they'll be like, I need to give gifts to people, or I need to trade with people, or I need to people to send me gifts. And so I'll go on and do those tasks that they need so that they can finish their task and then I just don't touch it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it, and I
It's
set
hard
up
to
an
stay
account.
consistent with that game.
I was so happy that I
You,
made one, and then I just like
yeah.
never played it.
And then you just never played it. You were like, yeah, account, and then you just didn't play. I don't think you even added me on it. Did you get rid of your account, or do you still have it?
No, I still have it. I still have it installed. My phone has like 100 gigs, which I still think is crazy.
Nice. Okay, that's intense, but okay, nice.
Okay,
Ooh, Aerodactyl.
I got
Got a hollow
reverse
Aerodactyl.
hollow Electabuzz.
Nice. I got hollow Aerodactyl.
Nice. Got a reverse hollow Weedle, and then I got a hollow Mr. Mime, which is nice because I've been looking for one.
That's awesome. Love it. That's honestly probably the creepiest Pokemon to me. I don't like him. I don't know why it
Oh,
just creeps me out.
he was so ugly in the Detective Pikachu movie. Like, I did
Dude,
not like that movie. Honestly,
don't even
like the
talk
way
to
they
me
made
about
them
that
look,
movie. No.
like some of them were great. Like I feel like Pikachu was somewhat well made.
Yeah,
Cubone was nice.
I liked
But
Cubone.
like,
Cubone's design was really cool.
but some of them, man, were just
It
something
was too
else.
much. It was too much. Some of them were just too much for me. Like I enjoyed the movies, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Some things just need to stay animated, and Pokemon is one of them. Because as much as I love Pokemon, if they existed in real life, we just wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Like humans would be dead if Pokemon
I
existed
saw
in real
I know,
life.
I saw memes about that. It was like, oh, I wish Pokemon was real. And then they pulled up like a wiki of a Pokemon, and I think it was like Cosmog or something, where it's like
Yeah.
if you see it, it'll haunt you in your dreams for the rest of your life. And it's like, well,
Yes. Yeah, and then I think I saw another one where they had what's his name again? Kyogre, the
oh yeah.
legendary from the Emerald Gen 3rd generation, and it the way I don't know, something about no, is it Kyogre? I think it's Kyogre. I don't know. It's one of those Pokemon, one of the legendary Pokemon, and he can cause earthquakes, like massive,
Oh yeah,
huge earthquakes that can like just be detrimental for just nature itself. Never mind humans, you know.
yeah.
Oh, and then I saw which one is it? I think I saw Haunters. I think Haunter is the one that can eat your dreams. Haunter is another Pokemon that
Oh
can eat
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
dreams or do something with your dreams, so it's like detrimental. And then but yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I saw a lot of videos about it, and I was just like, man, it's wild. I got a fancy Psycho Energy,
Nice.
fancy one. Anyway, I got Abra. I know he's a common, but okay, listen, Abra's cute. Okay, I don't care if he's common. He's a cute little guy. He's adorable. I'm
I got
gonna have to
a
take pictures of these
reverse
cards
hollow.
afterward because it's gonna be terrible. Ooh, Polywall. Love it. Dratini.
I think I got, yeah,
Sanitation.
Ditto. Ditto looks cool. I like the artwork.
Listen, I like Ditto. The way he's all mushed. Yeah, the way he's all mushed, it's cute. That was one of the cards that my brother was trying to offer me for my Venus EX. I'm like, man, I have two of those cards.
Yeah. Oh, that
Diglett.
reminds me, the
Ooh,
movie
Omastar.
too. Ditto just did not
Alright, I
look
got
right in the movie.
the hollow Omaster.
Oh yeah.
Wow. No big pulls for these ones, but that's okay. That's okay, it happens.
Still a good pack. Better than some of the other ones I've been playing these days. Like I saw one that went on
Yeah,
clearance, so I just bought it to buy it. It was
yeah.
like one of those V-Box packs, but it was, I think it was like Fusion Strike and another one.
Did you hear about the news about Fusion Strike? Did I tell you about the news
No.
about Fusion Strike? I can't remember if I told you. Okay, somebody who, like, you know, the actual manufacturing warehouse where they actually package all the Pokemon cards and seal them and then ship them off?
Yeah.
Somebody who was working at one of these warehouses at the time that they were making Fusion Strike, um, he basically took all of the good cards from every single pack. Well, not every single one, but a majority of the packages where all those super ultra rare good cards are, he took them. Yeah, so I thought I've told you that about that. It was a huge thing. Everyone was talking about it for a while. And so now when you see Fusion Strike packs, don't buy them because you're not going to get any good pulls. If you want to, I mean, obviously you don't need to just not buy them. It's just if you're seeking out those rare cards, don't buy them.
Yeah.
because it was like literally from the source of the manufacturing plant. Your chances of getting it was already destroyed before it even got sealed and distributed. It was already destroyed because of this dude that did that. And they were some of the articles that I was reading, they were even saying how, like, I don't know how the Pokemon company is going to recover from this and give people back some of their money or whatever. And it's like they can't. There's really nothing they can do
Yeah.
about that. It's just like
Yeah, the
terminate the employee and that's about it. You can't really do anything to fix that. It's all the
and then
damage has
there's
already been done.
yeah, then there's gonna be that one guy who's gonna be like, make more cards. It's
Yeah,
like
make more cards. We print it, we seal it, and send it out again. It's like, hey, no, they're not gonna bring Fusion Strike back. I don't even know how old the Fusion Strike packs are, but they're not gonna bring it back. They've got future stuff to look after. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if one guy does that though. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
What's the
I
value
thought I
too?
told you that. I ended up. I bought you that Fusion Strike Elite Trainer box for your birthday that one year.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it at the time. Otherwise, I would have gotten you a different box.
Oh, it was all the way back then
It
that that
was.
news
It
was out.
was. I think it was within the last year that the news was out. Not this year, but as in like 2022. I think that's when it was revealed. But I didn't hear about it until like like the summertime of this year.
Okay.
And then when I heard about it, I was like, wow, that freaking sucks. So yeah, I avoid Fusion Strike now, which just sucks because it's a pretty. They have some pretty good cards in that series, but
Yeah.
nope, can't
No,
do
that's
it.
fine. Because what's it like? Fusion Strike's like my favorite pack anyway. Even like if just
Yeah,
the artwork and obviously the color, but
yeah,
it was still a good pack. So,
yeah.
well, yeah.
But yeah, I
Speaking of
forgot to
that,
tell you. That's why you're not going to get any big pulls for Fusion Strikes.
I'm gonna show you. Probably already showed you, but I'm gonna show the podcast. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna.
Okay,
I
wait. If you're
pulled
gonna grab something and
this.
show something, I'm gonna grab my um my metallic card. I can't see it. Yeah, the Blastoise, man. I saw your Snapchat about it, and I was just like, this little mofo. And then even Greg was messaging me about it, and he was like, yeah, if I didn't already pull that Blastoise, because he did pull it, but he was saying if I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
already pull that Blastoise, I would have been offering him a lot of money for it. And he
I
thinks
think
he
I
would have gone for
went.
it because you're like a child.
Yeah, I think I went on that website he showed me, and I think it was like $6 or something, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
obviously, you could
everyone
probably
just
go
likes
for a
those
lot more.
EXs. Oh my god.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't
Everyone
see
just
that
likes those
many. They used to
EXs.
be so popular, I feel, when I was
Mm-hmm.
younger. Like, the EXs used to be, like, everywhere. Now, all you see are, like, the Vs.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really, I don't know, I wasn't really a collector back then, so I don't know the, evolution of the card stuff. But yeah, I noticed I don't see EXs much anymore. And so everyone's like
Yeah.
surprised when they grab it. But oh well, I don't know. Stuff happens. I do want to show you one thing that I
Okay.
can't remember if I sent you a snap of it already or not. My brother might have sent you a snap though. I do remember him taking a picture of it because he was like swearing when he saw that I got it. I got Mew.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
love him.
that's
I was so
151.
shook.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, this 151 Mew. Oh man, the screen is just, you can literally see your reflection.
Yeah, I can see myself in it.
Oh, and here's for the camera. I
Is that
love
one of
it.
those, like, thick plastic ones, like, that, like, don't
Yeah,
move? They're just solid,
yeah,
yeah.
thick, solid, protective boy. Oh crap, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
But
that's what.
he's a thick, solid protective boy. I ended up buying just like $100 pack on Amazon. I'm not even halfway through it, but it was best purchase ever because now I don't have to worry about running out of those.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
just like when I get a good pull, I know it's there.
I bought a pack of 35 of them, and just to put
Yeah.
like my ones that I want to put on display on them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta send you this TikToker that I follow. He like, and it kind of kills me inside because it makes me sad. Because sometimes he does use rare cards to do this, but he takes the Pokemon card, um, and he doesn't change anything about the Pokemon itself. It keeps it in its original pose, and he just paints on it. But man, his artwork is beautiful. I'm gonna have to send it
Yeah.
to you sometime. And if you buy it, you have the option to have it placed in one of those top holders, but you also have the option to get a little display for it, like a little stand, so you can have
Oh yeah.
your little tray stand, and then you put your little design artwork there, and you just display it, and it's adorable. I don't know. I'll have to send you his name. Like I
I
said, it
think I
makes
saw
me
like
sad
one of them.
because he's painting on Pokemon cards, but if he's painting
Yeah.
on a common card, I don't care.
Yeah, I think I saw like one of them that went like viral that it was like because it was painting on like I think a Charizard or something, and I was like, oh,
That
and that's like the last I
that
seen
made
of him
me
because I did not want to
sad.
watch that again. Yeah.
I saw it and it made me sad. It made me cry a little bit inside, but I don't know if the customer pays for it, then the customer pays for it. It's just them doing their thing. Like I said, the
Yep.
common cards, so I don't really care. Also, I would much rather see a guy take one of those Whale Charizard cards and paint something beautiful on it than see those guys who pay me this much money and I will cut this in half with a scissor, and then they cut it in half with a scissor without knowing what's in the pack. Like, no, no. I'd rather see someone turn it into something creative than destroy it for the sake of destroying it for the views, you know?
Yeah. I think I've seen a guy like that. He was just doing it for the gamble, and he just went, "Oh, which Pokemon pack should I buy?" Buys it, and it's like, "Oh, let's cut it in half. Hope it's not something valuable." And then every single time, it's like, "Oh, it was something
Oh, it's a
valuable."
rainbow card. Like, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, and it's
Exactly.
like, I know it's just for gigs and stuff, but it's like, come on. I don't want to see this. Yeah, I avoid videos like that. Anyway, my headphones are dying, so this is probably a good time to
Yeah.
just cut it down. I don't know if your headphones do it, but my headphones, they have like an automated voice of this dude speaking, and he goes,
Yeah,
"Battery
mine do too.
low, please charge."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like I ordered these off of Amazon and I haven't charged them
Mhm.
since I bought them, and I bought them in like August, which is crazy already. Like
That's awesome.
I did
Long
not
battery life, I
realize
love
that.
it.
Yeah. Like most companies are like
Uh,
long battery life, but this one said long battery life, and it is long battery life.
and this one is as advertised, which is rare. I like that though. I'm happy about that. Uh, anyway, this has been our podcast. We went way too long, but that's okay. Bonus episode. More time to just listen to us talk.
Exactly.
uh, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Or a week and another week, as Aiden likes to say.
A week and another week.
A week and another week. I thought that was just like your friends tripping you out. Oh, yeah. Uh, anyway, bye.
Make more cards.
Yeah, make more cards.